Today we're going to be playing some Crusader Kings 3, A Game of Thrones. Now this is one of my favorite scenarios for Crusader Kings 2, brought back to life in CK3. And today we're going to be playing something with a lot of historical relevance. Runestone, the seat of House Royce, in the Vale of Arryn. Well, it wasn't always called the Vale of Arryn. Long before the Arryns invaded, Royce held Runestone as the seat of a bronze kingdom. A kingdom that fought for the title of king of the true men. The Andals were too much. Battles turned to resistance. But now with the weakness in the thrones, it's time for the Runestones to be raised. Today we're going to be playing as the High Lord of Runestone, Lord Jon Bronze of Runestone. Lord Jon of House Royce descends from a very old house within the Game of Thrones Westeros universe. They are descendants of a group known as the Bronze King, who used to rule a largish kingdom here in the Vale, way before where it used to be called the Kingdom of Bronze. And today, we're going to try and remake that. Okay, let's have a look around at our province. We have some vassals underneath us. We have Lord Estin of the Etchins, House Wit, and House True, with Malcolm of Bronzeguard. We also have the Witch Isles, which is Upcliff. Oh, I love that house. That house Sigil is beautiful. The Shetts of Gulltown were actually rivaled with the Royces for quite a little while. Well, that's Gold Tower, not Gulltown. Gulltown's here. The Graftons are here. Currently, the Graftons are supporting the Iron Throne. We, naturally, in this start date, are part of the rebellion as we follow the Royces. As we follow the Arryns, who were actually the people we ended up getting beaten by back in the histories. And our ancestors swore fealty to. But no longer will that remain. We're going to just try and get ourselves onto the Throne of the Vale today. That is going to be our go. Also, let's look at our stats. Jon Bronze is a brilliant general, aspiring blade master, strategist, knight, strong, and a formidable fighter, putting us at 27 prowess. We're authoritative. We are trusting, brave, and arrogant. That sounds good for me. We also have a unique faith that is only here in our county, naturally. We have Weirwood of the Seven, which is a combination faith of the old gods and the faith of the Seven. Ha! That's unique. I'm a big fan. One of the big things we have as well is we have a lot of children. There's a lot of few Royces who are side characters in the Game of Thrones book series, Song of Ice and Fire book series, and they do feature pretty heavily, so they're quite a notable house. But we're going to take our eldest son, Andal, here as an heir. We also have Rella, Alyssa, Robar. It's Robar and Waymar, I think, in the Game of Thrones timeline. Robar is beautiful and strong. Waymar is just beautiful and fashionable. And we have Ysilla. Ysilla also features in the Game of Thrones timeline as well. Okay, well, let's get this show on the road. I'm going to start training my squire, and we'll go from there. Now, with Faith of the Seven, you can pick patron aspects, or at least in the Weirwood of the Seven, so I can take a bonus here. Less diplomacy from the warrior, but more prowess could be really good. I've got very low domain holdings. My wife, is she like, she's... Oh, 0 stewardship. We're going to struggle for stewardship 1,000%. 1,000%. But I am going to go for the warrior. Can I change these at any time? Just for 50 piety? Oh my gosh, that's amazing. I'm a big fan. Also, we are the heir of the Falcon Tower. I think it'd be useful for us to have a second holding. What about castering? We are for castering as well. Do I have any chances to murder these guys? I don't. Do you know what I can do, though? We start off with some money as well. Start by building some farms. We do apparently have a Grand Temple available in our capital, which we shall build, I think, at some point. We're in the War of the Usurper. Okay, Jon Arryn is fighting. Are we selected as a commander? There's a big battle happening here in Gulltown, where Lord Paramount Robert is
sieging parts of it down and chasing down some of the troops here. I'm gonna just kind of hold, I think. I'd quite like to be able to get some claims on Goldtown eventually. I believe in the Game of Thrones storyline, one of the Royces ends up as the lord of one of the gates into the Vale. The moon approach. And there we have the Tully troops. I'm really tempted to join directly into... Can I offer that to my liege? Yes, let's offer to join the War of the Usurper directly. Mainly because also I want to be able to see stuff. Okay, so it's Dawn, the Reach, and the Iron Throne versus the Vale, the Riverlands, the North, and the Stormlands. I am going to actually raise my troops. Do start off with a really nice amount. And I'm just going to start hitting Goldtown, I think. We are definitely going to need to create some trebuchets. Oh, we start with trebuchets? That's nice. I'll be making use of that for certain, especially if we're going to be attacking the Vale eventually. So I just looked to see if I could command my army. I can't. So I must be fighting in the Arran army as a knight. I do have a lot of prowess, so that makes a lot of sense. Also, do I have my own... Oh, no, I'm a Valeman culture. I was wondering if Bronzeman was a culture, but, well, that could be another aspect of what we try to do today. Yes, the combat here is going slowly. The sieges are going slowly. I'm definitely going to need to get some trebuchets. But I do like that our troops are kind of grouped up on this runestone here, because, like, you just see... Look at them over there, just looking towards King's Landing. I wonder how the other armies are doing. So looking at it, our forces are kind of split with some of the Starks and the Tullys and the Arryns and us over here, whilst Bobby B's troops plus one of the Stark armies is kind of here with the Reach right on their border, and that's looking a little bit rough. We should probably look towards heading that way. This is going to be a nasty battle. This is going to be a nasty battle. That's Stannis. Stannis. Buddy, oh pal. Oh gosh, I'm in single combat. I am the fastest blade in Runestone. Joseph Grey of Old Ferns. Riverlander. Why am I fighting a Riverlander? I don't think Bobby B's rebellion's gonna win this time. So there's a massive enemy siege right here, but there's about 42,000 Starks, Arryns, and Tullys landing here at Storm's End. And they're coming on over to attack the sieges. It's gonna be a wild fight. Oh no, my wife died. My dear Arwen. I'm so sorry, my love. Now I can try and find someone with really good stewardship. Oh, it's not looking good. There was a lot more troops here than I thought. I'm in here, though. There's Dagos of Redmarch. Okay. I'm the fastest blade in the Reach. Foolish Scullion, can't you do better? Strike, parry, riposte. I'm the fastest blade in Runestone. Dagos got wounded. I wounded him, and he's going to be put in my dungeon. We are winning this battle, though, against the Targaryens. And I've come in to reinforce. Yes. Look, all the Knights of the Vale just coming out. Wait, do we have Knights of the Vale available? Winged Knights. And the winged hussars arrive! Ooh. I need some of them. For sure. Oh, we're going over to attack. The armies are going in against the Reachmen. This is going to be big. Okay, I'm in single combat. This is probably the hardest single combat I've had. This guy's got 25. He's a captain of the household guard. I beat him. Oh, boy. Oh, this combat is brutal. It's super even. Super duper even. I don't think we're going to win this one. Again, new martial perk. Yes, give me stalwart leader for that even more prowess. I have 37 prowess. No, the enemy reinforced. I was about to say, oh, reinforcements. They were not our reinforcements. Okay, my son is a skilled fighter, which is real good. And our Royce. Oh, no. The war is over. Ares the Man King won. And I've been imprisoned by Ares. I'm going to try and escape from prison. And I did. And I'm out. Good. So what's happened to the Baratheons? So Robert Baratheon was executed. Stannis Baratheon was executed. So now the paramount of the Stormlands is Stefan, the son of Stannis. Okay, I'm gonna offer the Vale high taxes for now, so I can get war declaration sanctioned and be able to declare some wars. An unpressed claim on the lordship of Goldtown. Don't mind if I do. I do have quite a bit of money. I think I'm gonna fork some of that out to increasing my men-at-arms. I didn't buy light footman, but I think I'll be fine with having some light footman. I also got a second crossbowman, which I didn't buy. I think I inherited. I think I inherited these from the titles I inherited. That would make sense. I'm also jousting right now at Sunspear this time. So I've just discovered that Goldtown itself is split into multiple claims. So I'm going to have to take this piece by piece. So I initially gained a claim on Goldtown proper, but I think I'm going to grab the port of Arran first. Got to raise my troops. And I'm going to lead my army to the port of Arran. Gonna make sure I attack first. Good. Now we go siege. Okay, who are my knights currently? Oh, my son is one of my knights. Andal of Tamerlan is actually pretty nice. A battlefield knighthood. After the Battle of Port of Arran, one of my attendants presents me a list of soldiers who performed exceedingly well. Lord Barris of Casting's name stands out to me in particular. I will knight them. I'm going to assign my son as my castellan as well. Gonna see if we can make them give us some more tact. That'll help out in this fight. Oh gosh, they're just suiciding into me. You besieged my war goal. You kidding me? Damn. The Oak Hearts are calling me to the alliance against Lord Paramount Wallace. Wait, Mace Tyrell died? Really? Mace Tyrell died at 27 of typhus. Garland, Wallace, and Loras exist, but Marjorie was never born. What's your rebellion and how strong is it? It's just you. Suppose I've got to, really. I can't lose the prestige. I gotta finish my war up here in Goldtown first. There we go. My war's done. Port of Arran. Grabbed. So Samwell Stone is going to be given the Port of Arran. So the Esmonts are now the lords of the Stormlands, and I've just allied them by marrying off one of my daughters. They're currently, however, being clamped by a Liberty War, which is always fun. Lord of the Vale is dead, but oh gosh. Be brave, my son. He's now a eunuch, but he no longer... Oh no, he still has cancer. I don't think Robar Royce is going to be alive much longer. But yeah, there's now a Queen Paramount of the Vale. Let's siege down Highgarden. You're at 100%. Just end your war, end your war, end your war, end your war. Oh, go help my ally over here. Just going to attach to the army and let the AI deal with this. A child's dream. Little Waymar has always been infatuated with the tales of the Kingsguard. None more so than Lord Commander Gerald of the White Bull of the Iron Throne, viewing him in the same light as Sir Serwyn of the Mirror Shield and Sir Seaman Star Eyes. I thought little of his dreams of being like these legendary figures, as all children have heroes they aspire to be like. But as Waymar has gotten older, his dreams of joining the Kingsguard have become ever more real. Just today, he came before me and asked to set aside any betrothals I might have planned for him, so he can start training to become a member of King Aerys' Kingsguard. You know what? By all means, little one. There's another realm war. Lord Paramount Wallace of the Reach has risen up against King Aerys of the Iron Throne in a Liberty War. Who's joining who? Gerlin of the Westerlands? What happened to Tywin was assassinated? Even I'm going to see no reason to get involved. I'm going to stay neutral. I'm already fighting in too many wars. Okay, there's now an Iron Islander war. What happened in the Reach? Garland's war was invalidated because Aerys the Mad King died, and now Rhaegar is on the Iron Throne. I see no reason to get involved just yet. Okay, it's round 2 against Goldtown. He's in prison right now as well, so this should be interesting. Let's go and slap his troops if we can. Looking very good. Very, very good. Wandering Hedge Knight. Return to the hedges and rest there, vagrant. This guy's got no prowess. Right, Grafton's Hold Fast is mine. Very nice. I'm thinking as well I should probably try and grab some of these pieces of land from Grimholm so I can make this title. Right, yes, let's grab some of these little finger areas of the Vale. Gosh, my son is just getting everything cut off of him. One-eyed eunuch. Ugh, poor lad. Right, I do want to try and take the rest of Goldstown at some point, but let's trap him in. So I just diverged my culture. We now have the Bronzeman culture, which has spread in a lot more regions than I thought it would initially here. But it allows us to raise runestones, as you know, runestone makes sense. Did you flip or something? So why did these regions all change to Bronzeman culture and not my vassals? Ah, interesting. Oh, I just got a claim on the entirety of Strongstone here, which is super nice for us. We're also, let's start doing some conversions in some of this territory over here. So I'm going to attack the Strongstone here. This was the first war I think I'm going to call some allies in. Let's call in Bright Smile of Old Town. We'll hold off on the Stormlands. They rocked up with their alliance. Interesting. Here comes the High Towers. Oh, I got wounded. Excuse you. Oh, Lord Robar died out of his cancer. His brother has inherited the title. So I'm going to attack the Vale directly, I think, to try and get my Golgtown claims and just have that nice and contiguous. I know I'm attacking the Lord Paramount, but here we're going. And I will call my allies in. Plus, I want to destabilize the realm. Here we have our first combat, and we are overwhelming them. Queen herself is fighting this. Sorry, the Lord Paramount, should I say. And we captured her. Wow. What a war. The Graftons are now underneath me. So are the Shetts. So if I own 51% of the de jure counties, I can claim her title. How many do I have? I think we've just got to start continuing to take over regions. The Sisters' Chicanery. My steward, Lord Benarion, has accompanied me to the docks to take stock of our naval strength. We are approached by a disturbing report. One of the ships, called the Sea's Sister, has mutinied. The contents of the vessel have been sold to pirates, likely halfway across the narrow sea by now, never to be seen again. An investigation is afoot now. Lord Benarion has been working tirelessly to find the Sea's Sisters, asking every merchant and vessel in the port if it has been sighted. Finally, the hard work has paid off, as a sailor claims to have seen the mutinied ship sailing near the Sisters. I shall demand answers. Lord Tristan denies any involvement in the matter, despite the Sisters' coffers reportedly having swollen much since the ship's mutinied. You will come with me in chains. I just got another claim on all of a duchy. Again, I just misclicked though, and only selected just the county. In the meantime, I'm actually gonna see if I can claim the Vale just directly. There's an Aaron here. Oh, it's the Moongate. Darling of the Vale. Dennis, Darling of the Vale. Yeah, how darling it is that you see your men die. Oh, to be fair, you're probably a worthy match to me. Oh, that's something I want to do. I want to hire some winged horsemen. I've just taken the Iron Oaks region, and I'm going to hold a grand tourney to celebrate my success. I do have a current claim on the Eyrie, and I'm just going to declare war on my liege and take her throne, because why not? Especially while I've got some powerful allies. Oh, I've apparently got quite a few prisoners to ransom, so I'll do that quickly as well. Let's raise my troops. Or 14, 15, 16,000 I have. And it is war with the Vale time. I'm going to quickly forbid my son to fight while he's wounded. Oh, here comes my allies. The Eyrie has been sieged. Look at that. Perfect. Sir Edmure Tully is no longer Lord Paramount of the Riverlands. His son is. He's up at the wall as a Black Brother. What happened there? Also, we're now under Aegon the Sixth, the Iron Throne. Interesting. So I've been saving up lots of money. We're going to build a grand temple at Runestone. I'm also rocking 78 years old. Oh, Tyrion's now in charge of the Westerlands. Cersei died gout-ridden at 48. And Jaime Lannister is 53. I'm taking the Vale little by little, just in case I have to get to that 51% mark, which means I'm just like ruining the status quo over here. But hey, it is what it is. I'm an eager reveler now. I didn't record, but I just declared independence and also got cancer. So I am almost about to be out of this world as Lord Yon, where we're going to take over as someone else. I'm going to found myself a new kingdom, however. The Runestone Court. Oh, that has such a beautiful ring to it. Lord Paramount Yon of Runestone has finally found peace at 83. He died of cancer. Known to be an exceptional strategist, he spent many days in examining fields and drilling his troops. Lord Paramount Andal ascends to the throne, a formidable duelist, and they expect him to excel in tournaments and personal combat alike. We'll continue as Lord Paramount Andal next time. With Lord Yon passing into the great beyond, his work to restore the Runestone legacy will be remembered for generations to come. But that is mere local politics. Now the Royces enter the viper's nest of King's Landing and courtly politics that cross and transcend the continent of Westeros. That being said, their enemies in the Vale are now many, and the Arryns are not dead and buried yet. Runestone fought long and hard for its independence. The paths through the Vale still remain fractured between the Arryns and the Royces. The turbulence of civil war now reaches an uneasy peace. The faith of the Seven is weak, and it serves only the Targaryen madness, the old ways. That is what will save us. So, we are now playing as Lord Paramount Andal of Runestone, who was just taken to the throne after the death of their father, who died at 83. So Yon, the first Bronze King, definitely lived up to his name. We have some titles to give away because we currently hold a little too many, most of which we're going to give away Longmore up here to this guy, and we're going to give Thurstan here. We want to keep a hold of the Eyrie Runestone and Grafton's Holdfast. We've almost finished building the Grand Temple, which is rather nice. So our biggest issue right now is the fact we're 54. We have 2 daughters, one of whom is non-matrilineally married. House Peak here. We have our main daughter who is matrilineally married, but her main daughter right now is non-matrilineally married. So we have the issue that there is no male succession outside of our brother, and he is way far down the line of succession right now. It is very female dominated, but not in marriages we like. So despite the amazingness that is our wife, I think we're going to have to request a divorce. Try to get ourselves a kid. I need Lady Lyanna of the North. A marriage with the Starks could be very good. We're doing that. We're 1000% doing that. I also apparently have a lot of diplomacy perks to pick. I'm going to go family focus for that extra fertility, and I'm also going to go down the heart of the family line as much as I can to try and get to patriarch for more fertility. I am also then on top of that going to pick the mother. I'm going to be a proper matriarch, I think. Patriarch. Well, we just got married, and I've got a lot of negatives to this lady, and we're at plus 84. That's really useful. We are going to seduce our wife. We apparently have... Oh, she's a fornicator. Let's demand her conversion as well. See if she can take Weirwood of the Seven. And yes, let's try for a council appointment. I am now the Master of Laws. Okay. I will also hold off on the grand tournament purely because I want to build a building probably right after. Oh yes, Thurston, who I just gave the title to. Good. Ooh, founding a holy order for our faith. Actually, that could be very good. Put it in Yontown. Oh wait, no, we definitely don't want to do that. We're Faith of the Seven. Oh shoot. I need to go on a pilgrimage. I can't. Oh, that's a problem. Lately, I can't help but notice the gaggles of giggling maidens and unusually austere warriors gathering in dark alcoves to listen enraptured to a book. Today, I have finally cornered Vance with the book in his hands. It is clearly a licentious text, filled to the brim with sensuous temptations, earthly seductions, and supple bosom. I am silent while I ponder the probable reaction of the Septon caster, and Vance stares at me in apprehension. Ah, Juicy. Getting confident lover is going to be super good for us because that's plus 30 fertility and 10 attraction opinion. Let us hold court for the first time as well. Oh my gosh. Lady Leanne and I have had a son, William Royce. Let's get sound foundations. He's pretty basic as a child, but honestly, I don't mind. The succession is safe. Oh, thank God. I could now divorce Leanne and go for someone with higher stewardship. Oh no, we're okay on stewardship now. She's fine. She's fine. She can stay. So as I'm in a version of the mod where I don't have the Royce Valyrian steel weapon, I'm going to fund an expedition to Old Valyria. See if I can't make one myself. A journey into the smoking sea. Word of my interest in funding a voyage to Old Valyria has spread quickly within my realm. Despite the danger posed by traveling there, a handful of brave souls have answered my call. Darren, Oren, and Edison stand before me, each petitioning to lead the expedition. Edison Tollett, Mr. Toilet here, you will lead my expedition. Edison meets at the docks and he's collected a decent crew and enough men to carry out the voyage to Old Valyria. He bows before me and speaks. Lord Paramount Andal, I will not fail you. I will return to you with the treasures that were lost long ago in the Doom. You have my word. With that he departs, taking his ship and his men westward into the smoking sea. Farewell, Edison. Uh-oh, this doesn't look good. It's only been 2 weeks. The expedition returns. I hear word that Edison's ship has been sighted. In time, the ship makes its way to dock. As I arrive to congratulate Edison for his safe return, I immediately notice something is wrong. Edison is visibly sick. He approaches me and begins to speak. Well, Paramount, before he could even finish, he collapses in front of me. My men drag him to the healers for further examination. I also noticed that several of his crew are also suffering from the same illness. Edison may have brought back more than just treasure. He's got the bubonic plague. One of the crew members approaches me afterward and brings me a box that Edison has set aside for me. I open the box to discover a Valyrian steel sword. So if you're wondering what this is from a sub mod that I will bring up on screen now and link in the description down below if I remember. I get to name it as well. Let me come up with a name. I believe Lamentation is their sword. Just got to double check myself before I wreck myself. If you're wondering what the sword of House Royce is, you can check out my video on the Valyrian steel swords. I just inherited the Barony of Snow here. I actually kind of want to keep it. Maybe if I can give it to my heir at some point, or no, maybe I should just keep it to one of my family members. Okay, we can finally convert back to Weirwood of the Seven. Our capital is now the right faith. We do need to therefore do some conversion elsewhere. Good, got a better court chaplain by firing the previous one. I just gave Longmore to someone. They instantly died. I'm going to give it to the Gull Orchard boy here. Oh, I can actually see the Valeman dynastic legacies now. Actually, some of those are so good. Falcon Knights is excellent. Oh, apparently we also got half of Glory done. I'm going to get Squirely Traditions, but I definitely want to go down the Valeman line. That's really cool. We have but one son, William Runestone. He's now being educated by me. I'm going to have child study language. Wondering if I had any other sort of pedology I could do for him. My brother, Waymar, the Impaler, is going to be the knight to my heir, who now is taking them as a squire. He regains bad business endeavors. Oh, build a barracks there. I can found holy orders. I need more piety. It's not too bad. Okay, I think I'm going to try and focus on trying to get a holy order founded. I just realized all my court amenities were on like the nothingest, and we've got so much income. I'm going to whack it up. We're going to go to the top grandeur level. Oh, yes. My brother died, and William has come to me with an unusual request. His knight has died, leaving him without someone to one day knight him. Fine, I'll take my son on as a squire. I gained the etchings, who I will also grant probably to my son. We'll use the etchings as like Dragonstone for my dynasty. Oh no, Lord Paramount Andal of Runestone has left the world at age 71. He died of old age. Oh man, he lived a long and fulfilling life. Lord Paramount William ascends to the throne, merely 15 years old. He will need to rely on the council during the first years of his rule. Death of my knight. This kid is like a problem. I need to mourn. Keep the progress, because this kid was making really good progress. We could marry a Targaryen, did that just say? Let's equip the Lamentation. We need a captain of the household guard. I am apparently a homosexual. Oh, I regained the etchings. Of course I did. I've come of age. So I'm a diplomat. think I'm going to go family focus. She could be very good. Oh gosh, I just realized I have aggravated wound as well. This could be quite bad. A very important squire. After inheriting my title and lands, it is clear that I can no longer remain a squire. In order to meet the demands of social pressure, I should look to becoming a knight as soon as possible. Yeah, he's a decent enough knight. Knight me. I didn't gain any combat bonuses. Oh wait, I got a neophyte fighter. Edmure of the Riverlands would like to take my nephew as a squire. Sure. It is in my humble opinion, the Arons are too comfortable. So we're going to try and take Tamerlan and gain the whole of that duchy. Besides, I need a good war. Should I say a good excuse to war? And I am married. I will gain the money because we might be able to get a holy order with that amount now. I'm not going to become a servant of the seven hells. I'm sorry, what is this? A servant of the Lord of the Seven Hells. As I open my eyes in the dark, I am immediately overwhelmed by an ominous feeling. Is somebody watching me? Are you ready to embrace the truth, William? I sit up suddenly, completely awake. I look for the source of the unfamiliar voice, but there is only shadow. The Lord of the Seven Hells offers you his blessing. Do you accept it? No. Oh, go away, demon. With a tired yet blissful smile, Sabrina presents me with a perfect little son. Jon of Runestone, here we go. So I decided to check who's on the Kingsguard. We have Ella Frey, Olwain of Yore, Edric of Sour Hill. Also, I'm just checking their prowess. It's not perfect. Lord Commander Laurent of Hildreth, Tully Pike of Tawny. Is that a flail made of leaves? That's a really cool house sigil. The Ironborn. Huh, I like that. Gale's End, Sand Dornish, and Tarbor. Interesting. Probably the better fighter out of everyone. Very interesting. They have got a little bit of youth on the team from Sour Hill, but that's about it. God, Jesus. Look at Tyrion the Imp at 74. That is an interesting look to him. We have yet to celebrate my coming to the throne, so I'm going to host a grand tourney, of which I will only watch the final joust. Oh, look at this giant Stormlander. Actually, all of these guys, seriously good stands. Maybe I'll do some betting. Lord Terrence of Vale Meadows won. I'll offer him my brother as a squire. Time for another war with the Vale. Just gonna try and slowly clean up this area as well. Sing of the valor of House Royce as we charge into battle here. No, I've got a better knight probably, haven't I? Let's go Uther. Yeah, this Stone Dornish guy. We have so many knights and our knight effectiveness is huge. This is what I was meaning. If you've seen my all the special buildings video, the combination of the Vale. I'm not even a gallant. This could be higher. Just look at the kills of my knights. Some of these have piss poor combat skills as well. The deaths difference is amazing. Why are the Reach here? What war is this? They're fighting the Vale. Yeah, fine. Off you go, Reach Army. I wish to join the Night's Watch. My sibling Andred. Oh, this is my brother. My lord, I've made up my mind, he said. I'm going to join the Night's Watch. I wish to take the black. Fair enough. I was hoping to get him on the Kingsguard, but seems like he's gone for the black rather than the white. On the whole captain front, I think I'm going to add martial admiration to my culture. It kind of makes sense. So my son has just come of age and I was looking for a wife for him, and the first person to come up is Lady Danella of the North, so the Lord Paramount of the North. The Glover daughter of a House Karstark who is the head of the North. Yes, yes. Karstarks took the throne of the North? When? How? What happened here? A Stark who was married to a Karstark was installed by faction after the death of Mikon the Impaler. Eddard Athelin Mikon the Impaler. Oh boy, the Starks went downhill a little bit. So the Karstarks are now, and soon the Royces. We can finally found that holy order as well in Johnston. We have the Grandmaster Horton of the Weirwood of the Seven Company. Oh, that's a boring name. Let's rename this ourselves. I may have spent about 10 minutes doing this. We have the Brothers of the Bronze Leaf. Lovely. I need a hero. As per my request, my poet brings me a work inspired by my heroic life, but it's not as I expected. The poem is about how glorious I am whilst I sit on my throne and do absolutely nothing. After all, if the royal rear moves too far afield, where shall we direct all those wishing to kiss it? You know what? This is amusing. I'm sure the court will enjoy it. Sorry? King Aegon wants to give me some regalia? Shh. Sure. I'm going to raise my feudal levies for now and try and get council rights guaranteed. I gained a fertility horn. The Wandering Hedge Knight. Simon, a hedge knight, has arrived at my court. He's requested permission to rest at my keep for a short while before he resumes his travels. In return, he's offered me his services for the duration of his stay. He will gain traits as the event progresses. Okay. Seems he knows his way around the blade. Okay. An aggressive attacker. I'll accept him. So I'm halfway down the gallant line now. I have a maxed knight count of 29 with 315% knight effectiveness. Mwah. So it's been a couple days now since I played, and I've been rethinking what our plan is. William's been doing well. He's got some things under control, but we really haven't made much progress outside of alliances. And I've been thinking, who do we want as our allies? And a great comment came up in one of the videos that we should try and ally with the Mountain Clansmen. I think that'd be a good way to, you know, old gods and all that. And I also think we should try and get the North, but we really need to try and make these religious conversions. And it's not going to be easy with the realm so stable. So I think it's time for us to destabilize things. So one of the things I'm going to do is I'm going to set my spy master to try and find secrets in the capital, see if there's anything we can expose. But the problem is the realm is very, very stable right now. And I don't think, despite our vengeful nature, we're going to be the person to be able to unstick this problem. Maybe perhaps our heir with his sadistic nature and his genius, but not quite sure. Oh, heck yes. While sweating out in the yard training with Jon, I find my grasp of swordsmanship has improved. I'm now a trained fighter. I didn't know that could go up. Maybe if okay, I'm going to up the amount of champions and such that I have and just see if I can get more stuff that way. So I've been betting on myself to win tournaments, and it's going pretty well. I'm making quite the gain. Oh, I lost this one. God, that was a bloody close joust, though. Maybe I should do a video where I try to become like a jousting tournament, like tournament champion, and just train to be a fighter. That would be quite fun. Let me know if you'd like to see that in the comments. Oh no, that was really sudden. I was not expecting to die just then, but I died at 52 apparently. Lord William of Runestone has left the world at 52. He died in his sleep. A charming man, he became famous for his elaborate feasts and grandiose balls. Lord Paramount Jon ascends to the throne, being a talented military tactician. Many expect him to lead the realm to many victories. So I'm now the head of the culture. I will be going for a chivalry focus. Need to apply myself to have a antiquarian. Isn't that okay? Should be fine. Oh, I have a valued warlike courtier. That's real decent. I didn't realize that was a thing. That's going to save us a lot of money. I'm going to quickly seduce my wife, see if I can doink her to have a son. We have a slight heir problem, them only being ladies. Not too much of a problem because they're not married, but it would really secure the North should things go awry. Because I'm still hoping my wife becomes Lord of the North. She should take her mother's holding as well if the mother dies first. So mother, then father, and she should become Lady Paramount of the North. I gained my wife as a lover. The seduction was a success. Hopefully she's young enough to be having another kid. I have upped my fertility the most I can. I've gone with the mother as my religious patron. I'm trying to find what that is again. Yes, over here, the mother for 5%, and I've got my magical questionable shaped horn that gives me more fertility. It's my mythical dildo. I don't know about you guys, but I think my wife looks very unhappy here. A newborn son and heir. Yes, Orm. Orm, are you a genius? You are a genius. Eldrick of Runestone. I like that. I'm going to fund another expedition to Old Valyria. I've got the money. Why not? What if I find a dragon egg? Right, who have we got? We got Morik of Old Anchor. Oric seems brave. Oric of Old Anchor, you're going beyond the smoking sea for me. Oh god, apparently my brother Oliver gained the plague. Wait, I'd sent Oliver? I didn't realize I sent Oliver. I thought I sent the Old Anchor guy. Oops, I sent my brother and he got the plague. And I've got a dragon egg. While it will likely never hatch, the egg is a reminder of what the old Valyrians are about. Okay, I've got an impressive dragon egg. I've got a Liberty faction. I will not be threatened. I didn't even realize that I had one. Including a dynasty member. Okay, it's on. Some serious claims as well. I better call in some allies. Calling the North. I have 40 prowess myself. I should be able to catch some of these people. Port of Arryn. This is a family that I rose up through the ranks myself, and they're the ones sieging Goldtown. Well, well, well. Looks like I'm going to have to get some vengeance for this insolence. It's a lot of really interesting units against me. The main one is the cadet dynasty of our dynasty have risen up in the Vale of Arran area, which means we could be at risk around the Eyrie. Fuck this shit, I'm out. First battle. We've caught 5,000 of them. One of our guys got killed. One of my brothers got captured. Who the heck are you? Sam Good the Impaler, strong side. Oh yes, House Viral is now over here as my vassal. Viral are from the Reach, so he was wearing Reachman armor there. It's another Royce. Tamerlan. Gosh, this is a family feud in this as well. God, it's a Royce civil war where the weirwood trees will weep. Oh, Carl Stark's turned up and helped me though. That's 12,000 troops actually. They're sieging that island. I didn't know this island was a holding of ours that had a castle in it, but today I found out. Even with a smaller force, our army should win just because of our knight effectiveness. Okay, my son is apparently diplomatic education. I'm going to give him martial focus. Oh, we are demolishing this rebellion. Victory is mine. And Kelton of the Giant's Lance, you are going to go join the wall for your insolence. Can't kill the family, but we can punish them. Go join the Brothers in Black. And them sort you out. Right, you, my aunt. I'm going to revoke your title. Kale the Impaler. Don't need your money. You're going to the wall as well. Greetings, my impressive vassal. You have been loyal and devoted. I wish to offer you the service as Castellan of the Iron Throne. You want to make me Hand of the King, hey? Sure, I'll be Hand of the King. I just won the tourney of River Run. Look at me. What does Tournament Wither give me? This guy's actually won quite a few. Oh, plus 0.5 prestige. Heck yeah. And the Queen Raela of the Iron Throne wants to bang me. Under the open sky. Queen Raela and I crouch side by side. The powerful boar in front of us is unaware of our presence, especially my own attention is unwavering. Especially as Raela's dress brushes against me when I reach over to embrace her. Finally, I find that she also had her attention elsewhere. As the boar disappears into the hills, our naked flesh is already cradled by soft earth as well as each other. Okay, I got made Hand of the King, and I'm now in the hands of the Queen. Just as I wished, my wife's mother died first, so she should take the... Oh, hang on. My wife has gout. What's the line of succession if she dies? Okay, it's my son. The king's offering my son to be the squire of one of the king's guard. I accept. Oh, how dare he. I'm no longer Hand of the King. This just in. Lannis Keep was taken by the Stormlands. So the map looks a little bit funky right now. Okay, there is a Liberty faction right now. It is at 55% military power. I'm gonna join it. I want to try and get the realm a little less stable for my machinations. Oh no, my son was just murdered. Or not murdered, he's drowned. There's like a 2% chance of that happening. Shoot, he was turning out to be amazing. Okay, there's a Liberty war going on in the Stormlands, and I've got to go help my ally because 1, they're my ally. 2, they're part of this Liberty war that I'm trying to fire against my liege. Just realized that the Baratheons still own Storm's End. There was Stormlander Baratheon. Actually, looking at this war, I don't think I'm going to be going in. Okay, I'm going into drastic measures. I've got to kill the Lord Paramount of the Stormlands. I've got to go down a little bit of a murder line, I think. And I've been found out to be an adulterer. Oh boy, the time has come. My agents are in place. One of them will pay the assassins this very night for the deed to happen. Do it. Okay. He had a daughter in the time that I was trying to murder him. Well, time to start bribing some more people. This is where all my money is going. Okay, sorry, little one. Here's a claimant. Can I invite to my court? Oh, that's so much easier. We might not have to do some murdering. Right, let's grab the Stormlands. Calling in the North and the Riverlands. North Riverlands and Vale in a war somewhere in the Stormlands. Almost like something else that happened in our history, but not quite. Yes, we'll be putting someone of our dynasty on the throne of the Stormlands. Well, It'll be an Estmont we're matrilineally married into, which means Thurston, my grandson, will eventually become Lord of the Stormlands and Runestone. That's the plan anyway. We're still in line for the north. I'm possibly working it to get in line with the Riverlands. I'm basically going to have to get ourselves some paramount ships in a lot of places for this to work, I think. The only way to destabilize, and boy, the old ways are coming. That was the fastest I think I've ever had this war go in my favor. Done. Don't need to sway you either anymore. All good. And where did he gain as the Stormlands? Oh, he just gained... We stole Storm's End from the Baratheons as well. Fantastic. 50 years since the Raisin. 50 years of a Vale entombed by our stone. The bronze blood of the Royce is now primed to rule the winter, river, and storm. Now, only the seat of kings stands in our way. We shall chisel the Targaryen name into a runestone epic of our making and their blood. A couple of things that have changed since last time. I've gone in and have made some cadet houses of the various other Royces, just so we have a bit more of a clear line who's who. But these were random creations. And Bronze Royce, House Bronze Royce here, because it's my sister's line, because my mother obviously was a Stark. They've added the Stark crest to the banner, and I love that. Just look at how that looks. Like the Royce Stark crossover. And then there's this one over here, which is 9-star Royce, which I also really like. The good mind knows forgiveness. Good, because I forgave you for rebelling against me last session. Either way, let's get on. Oh, Endurance through the Sword. Hang about. There's some pretty nice names here. So in this session, we're going to hope to get our name on a few of the other thrones. And not to mention, try to overthrow King Agon the Salicious here. We are very friendly with one another right now. In fact, we are good friends. So I don't feel like our plans will fire just yet. But it's up to Lord Paramount William to lay down some well-made plans and get some things going, I think. So for those of you who are wondering why this is back in time a bit from the last save, well, apparently my save has gone missing. That being said, there's now the Blackfire Rebellion here. Grave news for Westeros. King Aegon, a long-forgotten scion of the treacherous House Blackfry, has landed in the lordship of Amberley, the head of the host of 10,000 men under the command of Harry, who's dead. Just as the wounds of the realm were beginning to heal, the Seven Kingdoms are once again at war. This could be advantageous. Well, I'm friends with Aegon the Salicious, so let's support Aegon and the Iron Throne. So they landed down here in the Estmont lands. This is going to be interesting. There I go, I've died. So we're relatively close to where we were. Find out what's going on. Oh gosh, the Martells have joined the Blackfriars. Okay, was not expecting that. Who's joined the rebellion here? God, okay, so Dawn. Just Dawn, it seems. Everyone else is kind of remaining neutral. So this rebellion happened in the previous episode as well, so I'm going to try and skip through and skip ahead. But the Blackfriar rebellion is ongoing whilst I go fight these Runestoners. I think the Iron Throne will have this, but boy oh boy is it close. The coronation of the King of Westeros. Okay, so Aegon the Salicious died, so now we have lords and nobles from across Westeros have gathered in Kingsland to bear witness to the realm's new king. In the light of the Seven, I now proclaim Aeron of House Targaryen, King of the Andals and the Rhoynar and the First Men, Lord of the Seven Kingdoms, and Protector of the Realm. Long may he reign! Who cares? I'm gonna say remain silent and clap. We are slightly set back in our plans, obviously, with all of this unfortunate business. I am now Admiral of the Iron Throne again. The Blackfry host being here, he's 101. So the timelines have slightly diverged. Also, my entire council is missing. That's always good. Come here, House Toilet. Okay, Blackfry was just beaten. So the timeline is now somewhat closer to where we left off before. Sadly, this time I did not have a son with my wife, Danella. I've had 3 daughters. We are primed, ready to take the Stormlands again from the Estmonts. We have someone who will be able to get us the Reach eventually, I think, as well as Old. We can grab Old Town before then. Interesting. And our wife is now Lord Paramount of the North. We do have the Iron Throne to go for at some point. It would be really, really cool if we could get a direct claim. If not, I might destroy the Iron Throne. We'll go from there. There's a big old Liberty War again. I need to call in some of my allies. Come on, wifey. Basically, it's all of my vassals who didn't raise up last time, including some that did. So, not sure why they rose up. This guy as well. Why do you hate me? Absolute crown authority refusal. Well, they got 20,000 men. So, actually, they got quite a number together. Yeah, and perhaps we'll be fine. I'm going to assign this guy because I want to gain some piety, I think. Yes, I will knight this Northman. So the Vale is once again at war. Honestly, I don't think this will be long. The fact that we keep having these rebellions is proving to be a bit of a problem. I'm really hoping that they start to calm their shit after all of this. Ooh, so I apparently picked up Princess Nyarius of the Iron Throne as a lover this time. And she has a child of ours. This could be the claim. A Targaryen Royce, raised in the old ways. My holy order just disbanded. I have no idea why. What? Well, I'll remake them, I guess. That's a shame because I'd spent ages on sorting out their shit. Well, okay, let's try them now. I've got the runestone swords. The princess that I was lover with died in childbirth, I'm pretty sure. Yep. Oh, my Valyrian child! On the warpath. It's intoxicating. The drink in my blood, the anger in my veins. My vassal Lord Arnold stumbles to me outside the hall. I mistake him for the cloistered Lady Lyssa. In an instant, his blood is dripping down my blade. As his body slumps onto the ground, I suddenly feel very sober. Oh gosh, diplomacy or... Well, I think I need to go for the slightly better diplomatic chance. People believe it was an accident. I just murdered a shet randomly. My poor Forester heart knows that it's quite sad to see that Whitehill is in charge of the Wolfswood. Desperate times have called for desperate measures. This character hasn't died. And I'm trying to get this a bit destabilized so I can get my family into the Stormlands. I'm sorry, Lord Paramount Amory. Seems like there might be a knife heading your way. Do it. Oh, Rickard's 20. I didn't expect him to be old enough. Oh no, that worked. That was enough to get Edric into my court, which means I can now press his claims. Okay, we are calling in my wife as well, who's Lord Paramount of the North. I'm of Runestone. We're going to go lay siege to the Estmont. The battle is about to begin. This could go poorly. I'm not 100% on this. It's swinging in their favor, actually. Yeah, we did lose the battle. Luckily, we landed on some defendable terrain over here, so we should be okay. Just, for the time being. Where's my wife's army? Why the heck are they in the west? Oh, don't say she's in multiple wars. She's not. They're sieging down Lannisport, which is belonging to the Stormlands. There's an army from Tarth here. That was just an army from Tarth turned up. Did they? I think that. Yes, they just had a Liberty War fire up from underneath them. That's so good for it. Oh, but the Tarth guys are trying to siege them down as well. So, hopefully this doesn't invalidate my war. By the way, I can get some war score. What's the Tarth War? Is it just a Liberty War? Liberty War, yeah, that's fine. They've got like 100,000 men though. Ooh, okay, hopefully that Liberty War goes quickly then. They attacked me. Why? I'm not a threat to you. Gotta let this Liberty War finish and then jump in against the Estmonts again. I'm about to die because I have cancer apparently. My wife has landed. Okay, well, I think we need to try and snipe the sieges from underneath the Liberty War. This Liberty War has like 50,000 troops, so it's also kind of like, just let them have their... Yeah, they're at 90%. Lord Paramount Jon of Runestone has abandoned the mortal coil at 63 years old. He died of cancer. I'm now my daughter, who is pushing for her husband's claim with help from her mother. I need to check my courts. Ugh, yeah, this is not good. Okay, the Liberty War won. We're on the sieges now. We waited. I'm also now Marshal of the Iron Throne. I just inherited the North. All of these troops are now directly mine. First things first. Right, where's my sister? I want to give my sister the North. I don't want it all to be directly... Why can't I grant her tated? Oh, women are not equal in Weirwood of the Seven? Well, shit. I apparently need 13,000 piety for equality, so stuff that, I guess. And there is my husband's claim war. So I think my husband, yeah, he does gain the Storm's End directly. He didn't get released. Either way, even if my husband doesn't hold on to it forever, we have a press claim now in our direct line. Right, so if I can't give my sister, can I give Aegon? Oh, now might be the time. The coronation of the King of Westeros. We have Aegon the 8th because his grandfather died, and which Targaryen can we get on the throne to overthrow this kid? He's also betrothed to his sister in that weird Targaryen way. So, Paramount of the North. Well, I mean, we could go for him, or we could go for another Targaryen in our family. I think the middle sister knows Dondarrion, whose kid, Harold Royce, was a Targaryen born. We're going to remain silent and see what happens here. If we go for Vaegon, Vaegon is the father of the Lord Paramount of the North. So hopefully the Lord Paramount of the North would get behind that, and that would put voices in the line. I'm going to do it. See if anyone else joins us. I'm possessed. Knightly tutelage. Yes, Harold Royce. That's fine. The 8 members, 35% military power for the claim on the throne. It's getting bigger. It's getting so much bigger.
Oh my.
We have 100% military power. 150% military power. Dawn, the North, the Westlands, me. Only we could get the Reach in. If we can befriend the Reach, perhaps maybe we can get them to push. Yes, Della the Matriarch is totally the right person to do this diplomatically. And send an ultimatum. Okay, let's just try and press it. He did it. He abdicated. It is clear to me that you would see the realm burn before giving up this foolish venture. For the good of the realm, I must accept your demands. Yes, Lord Aegon the Quiet, the High Lord of King's Landing. Take off that crown, child. In the light of the Seven, I now proclaim Vaegon of House Targaryen, King of the Andals, the Rhoynar, and the First Men, Lord of the Seven Kingdoms, and protect the realm. Long may he reign. Vaegon the Philosopher. Wow, yeah, 42 learning. Get in there. And my brother-in-law is now on the Iron Throne. Also got the nickname the Philosopher. Once a knight of my court, now on the Iron Throne. It's amazing what we can do. Prince Aliard of Royce is now the heir to the Iron Throne. So also I'm going to push Rodmund Lannister's claim, whose son Tyler Lannister is matrimonially betrothed to Marissa of the Iron Throne, and just line up another Royce claim. I'm going to call in Eric Bastard and Joffrey of Blackhaven. Yes, my husband's nickname is The Stud, which is quite funny. The capital is not Castle Rock, so that's always interesting. Makes things a little easier. My husband died, and now my son is leading the Stormlands. Very good. Although this battle looks a little bit rough. Battle of Lannisport is looking close. Real close. Holy moly. Oh no. Oh, that was close. Lost quite a few knights in there. And there we go. Boom. So my lands look a little bit odd right now because my son gained the Stormlands. But yeah. Hey, Royce, we got a golden outline now to the Dynasty banner. My son has called me to war. Card the Summer Breeze. They have a claim on the Stormlands, and it is being fired against my son. This is not okay. I'm also really struggling for knights right now. To recruit some guys to court. I'm gonna go siege down over here and hope I catch the claimant. I've been offered a knighthood as a woman. Hey, look at that. Storm's End hasn't been sieged, so let's go make sure that Storm's End is de-sieged. Who's the war Lord of Ricard? It's your claim. Gain a lover. That guy was handsome. And with that, Lady Della has died. We're now in charge above the Stormlands. Oh gosh, pause. So apparently my eldest son, the genius one that I was like intending to take over Runestone, died, which is a bit of a pain because it's actually very much a bit of a pain because I was hoping to split the Stormlands and Runestone. Now I kind of can't. Oh no, the Targaryen gave away the North. Gave it to Crake Hall, I think. They set a new Warden of the North. Yeah, they did. Gave it to a different bloody dynasty. At least I'm being made Hand of the King. Okay, so I've thought of the way that we're going to end this campaign, and that is by defeating our old enemies here once and for all. We have our family in the line to the Iron Throne. We have our family, well, me directly owning the Stormlands, family in line for the Westmen. It's about time that the Vale got what's coming to them. The levies are called, the levies are raised. Let's get the show on the road. Oh, the Arryns do not stand a chance with the amount of men we got coming for them. In fact, I'm going to hunt them down whilst one army sieges. Yes, here we go. House Royce versus House Arryn. The OG combat. Oh, and we already won. Bam. There we have it. The Vale. Pretty much completely ours. Just kind of missing here. I think that makes a valid end to the Saga of Runestone.
And so House Royce found a way to raise runestones not with the tip of a sword, but with matrimony. They tied the blood of the Andals and the First Men to the seats of power that those denizens of old Valyria so coveted. They beheaded the Targaryen dragon and secured the fate of the Weirwood trees with nothing more than matrimonious puppetry, joining the blood of old Valyria the even older blood of Runestone, and placing it atop the Iron Throne. No more is it a song of ice and fire, but a song of stone, storm, and Vale. Let us raise the Runestones forevermore.
Well, wasn't that fantastic? You've been watching the Modge channel, the infamous second channel of the Midgeman network. Thank you to our editing team for creating this video, and if you haven't already, make sure you follow Midgeman on all his social media. I have been Modge, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.